Hey, welcome to another Cat Country KATcast. Kevin Hilly along with Aaron Hart and Jordan J. And today we're talking about what was the last nice thing that your significant other did for you. And perhaps we should also expand it to what did you do for him or her? You know. So, Aaron, I'm going to start with you since you were the one that came up with this idea. I like this.
Okay. So the husband and I, we don't really do a lot of presents for each other. That's not really something that we do. For Valentine's Day, he wanted some sort of, I don't know, anime book collection. I had to have Jordan help me with it because I didn't know anything about this. And of course, as soon as I mentioned it, Jordan, being 12 years old, was like, oh, I know what this is. I know where you can find it. And la, 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 la. And I'm like, great. So the husband actually got injured on the job on my birthday, which was January 27th. So he had gotten me for my birthday / thank you for putting up with me for 3 weeks prior to my surgery gift of a new purse.
Nice.
I mean, and it's nice. It's like a 3-in-1.
I saw it. It's a fancy one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's roomy. You pull this one flap up. Oh, yeah, you can pull the whole thing out. And, oh, there's a little clutch. And you unsnap this portion on the inside. And, oh, attach a little strap. Oh, it's a crossbody bag. Yay. I mean, it's fancy. It's way fancier than what I'm used to. And then for Valentine's Day / thanks for taking care of me post-surgery, I got a new tablet.
That's really cool.
Which is she got a Samsung, which is what I have at home.
To which I said, don't try to be like, well, I wanted to get it for you because you took care of me. No, you've been home for weeks and you knew that my tablet was slow. So you were playing games and stuff on it and you just wanted a faster tablet.
You want to know what's funny about the anime book thing? I had no idea about it. And I asked my son's 33 years old.
Yeah.
I said, hey, we're looking for like a hardcover copy of this, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And he goes, yeah, I'm not really finding anything. I said, okay, we'll look further. And he says, hey, well, if you find out, will you let me know? Because I'm interested, too.
I never found them in hardback. Like, I found other stuff, but I'm like, okay, these don't look like the collection of books that he was looking at. I don't think it was the quite same thing.
Yeah.
So, I ended up getting the softback collection, and he was thrilled. So thrilled that he hasn't even opened them yet. Babe, I can't ruin them. What? You read books. You don't just sit them on a shelf just to collect dust.
Yeah.
It's like people that collect shoes, you know? Wear the shoe. You know what I mean?
There are women who have I was going to say closets, entire rooms dedicated to nothing but shoes.
Yeah.
You know.
Nope, if I'm getting it, I'm using it.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
It's almost like collectors, like it has to stay in the box. It never comes out. Well, what's the point of having it then? You know?
You guys are always, talking about, this, sports jersey or this helmet that, went for auction at one of the fundraisers we've been to. And I'm like, if I wanted that helmet, I'd be wearing it all day, every day. You guys would see me driving around with my helmet. I'd be here in the studio with my helmet. I would be helmeting
be in a shadow box. Dust all the dust off. No one touch it. Whose fingerprint is this?
I know.
If I can't wear it or use it, I'm not getting it.
My wife doesn't often get, she doesn't get to treat herself very much in terms of just being nice to herself and all. So I got her a mani-pedi. Actually, it was a certificate for whatever she wanted, but most of the time, it's like mani. Well, hang on.
I'm glad you clarified.
Yeah, for mani-pedi. Okay. And so she got it, and she loved it. And in fact, she used it a second time because she liked it so much that she used it a second time from the same place. Okay. She got me, and again, this was either a birthday or Christmas present because my birthday is like 2 weeks apart from Christmas, so it's hard to remember sometimes which one it was for. But it was this Eagles jacket that you guys have seen me wear it. It's like really bright green and everything.
Oh yeah.
And it's a hoodie. But it's a light hoodie, so it's like good for if it's just cool out but not cold. And that was something that I honestly didn't expect. And I opened it and I was like beside myself. So
we call it Kevin's junior high jacket because it's little and it's all slicker.
She supports my my Eagles fandom.
Well, I'm glad you specified and said you got her a certificate someplace to get a manicure, pedicure, because if Kevin's like, oh, I got you this manicure, pedicure, and then all of a sudden he'd be like, put your feet in this tub.
Yes, sit down.
Like, here's Kevin.
I'll do it myself.
Yeah, exactly. Because we know you're a little tight with the buck.
I feel bad for any person, like you when you go into these salons, because I've been in for getting nails trimmed and everything. I feel bad for these poor women that have to touch my feet. It's disgusting.
Oh my gosh, I smell a TikTok coming.
Big chunky yellow toenails. they don't.
Aaron takes Kevin to the salon.
They don't cut. They shatter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like one of those types.
Except that would probably never be invited back. They'd be like, sorry, Aaron, you brought your friend. No.
They got to get a sander to grind Kevin's toenails
Dumb
down.
and Dumber.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, with
I've actually
you got the welding helmet. that sparks
you're joking. I have actually taken what's the round sander called?
Oh, just the paper, like a different kind of.
But the round
paper.
one that's a circle.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I've actually taken that to my heels, like
an actual sander.
It's an actual sander.
I don't know if that's really safe.
What kind of grade sandpaper do you use on your feet?
Construction grade. We're talking about what have you done for your significant other as a nice surprise, whatever, and what has he or she done for you?
So I've done many things throughout the years for my wife.
Young marrieds.
Yeah.
So we typically don't do too much on Valentine's Day because we like to joke. It's like it's a Hallmark holiday.
Yeah, it is.
That's like when you buy chocolates and flowers. That's the one day where they're super expensive. The best, by the way, if you want to get a really good deal on flowers and chocolate, the day after Valentine's Day, because then they're like, we got all this chocolate and flowers and we don't know what to do.
I'm hanging on to it till next year. Okay.
But every once in a while, I do like to do something a little extra special for my wife. Like one time, I got home early and I did this whole thing. I had a whole bunch of flower petals, like from the door to and then there was a whole bunch of wine and basically I made a little gift basket of stuff.
Look at you! Wow.
Did you do roses
Yeah, and I a trail,
across?
a flower petal trail, right? Real romantic gesture. We get home and she thinks someone broke into our house. So she thinks
not the expected response.
Oh wow!
It wasn't the expected response. I'm yelling at her, wait, don't go. And so
she's screaming down the hall, dialing 911.
So she doesn't go down. In the entryway that I made her, she goes through the garage, and I'm like, wait, no. God. So she ruined the surprise.
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah. And then she comes out and she's like, oh, I thought someone broke into the house.
I spent all this time planning this romantic scene.
Exactly, and made this whole romance obstacle course, and you ruined it by going out the garage.
It's all right. I got her back though. A couple years after that, I did something very similar where I did it when she was asleep. So she woke up to tons of flower petals all over the bed and all over her. And I basically just she was passed out. I was dumping flower petals.
Who is this guy?
Aaron, it's nice because he and his wife have been married for 6 months. So
with their 3 children. Yes.
Well, it's difficult math.
Yes.
It's amazing actually, but
But and likewise, my wife. I mean, for my 30th birthday, she surprised me. She took me. We went to Iowa and we got an Airbnb and lo and behold, I show up there and all my friends are there, greeting me and all this.
Okay, I have to ask, who goes to Iowa for their birthday?
So we get the Pilla, Iowa. If
we went to Kentucky.
If you've never been to Pilla, Iowa, it's really cool.
Bourbon Trail?
They do this real cool. They're super into. It's called Tulip Time. I don't know if you've ever heard about that. But they have this huge tulip festival. And then they also, that's where Wyatt Earp lived and grew up. Matter of fact, you can still go see his family house.
Really?
They got it preserved and everything. It's real cool.
Wow.
They still old-fashioned windmills there.
Okay, so I kind of want to go now.
Yeah, they an actual grain windmill that still functions and works.
I can
Hey, Kevin, notice how he said his wife had all of his friends there to surprise him. I don't remember us going to Iowa. Just saying that, Jordan.
I can just see, romantic locations around the world. France, Spain, Iowa.
Yeah.
Listen, the location was not far enough.
Italy,
right? It was out of Missouri, but not too far from everyone to drive. Okay. Right? So
why would it go to Tulip Time? This sounds awesome.
Aaron's looking up Tulip and Googling Tulip Time. Have you ever tried? Have you ever had a secret, you're going to surprise him or her, and sometimes it's so hard
to
keep that because and the thing is, she knows something's up. Yeah. She knows that you're acting weird or whatever. It's like, what? What? Nothing. No. you're doing something. Well, I'm not doing anything. Like your face shows it, and all you can think is, please, God, let this day come here so I can just have this done already,
Okay, so I am the world's worst at keeping a secret when I have a surprise planned. There's something in me, I cannot physically keep it in. I'm a terrible secret keeper.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, anytime I order something for the husband or I plan a trip or something, it'll be like, you want to know where we're going?
You're like, listen, I need
Amazon
to tell you.
will come, and instead of wrapping, I'll be like, want to know what you got?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, you're one of those people.
I am the worst because I get all excited. I go through all the trouble of finding what I think he's going to like, ordering it, try to have it delivered at a time where I know he won't be at work. Then he gets home, I'm like,
it's great. It's great. You know how I know?
You know why? Because it's a great surprise for you, too. You can't wait for that moment.
That's how you know it's such a good surprise, even when you're like, I got you something. I need you to see it now.
Well, and I like to tease him about his failed proposal. And we obviously got engaged and married and all that. But my mom gave me her original engagement ring that my dad gave her in 1967 or whatever, right? Or 66, somewhere in there. And I got home and I'm putting it in my jewelry box and I'm just like, gosh, I said, I hate to put it in this jewelry box, And he just walks by, plucks it out of my hand and puts it on my hand and says, well, I think you should wear it. And then walks out of the room.
There you go. I like that.
And I'm like,
no muss, no fuss.
wait a minute.
I think you should wear it.
Are we
Practical.
engaged? What's
practical? That's
what?
Did you just secretly get engaged? What happened?
Right. And so then it's like, anytime you see a big fancy proposal on TV or something, there's the flowers and the swans and the violins and everything. I'm always like, that's a proposal. Or somebody gets down on their knee. Hey, look, that's a proposal.
You know what? My wife will tell you the same thing. I was terrible with that. I mean, at one point I said to her, yeah, I think you and I should get married next year or something like that. She goes, did you just ask me to marry you? I go, yeah, I guess so.
Wow.
That was it.
Oh, my gosh. I never thought that I'd say the husband has a hilly gene. Apparently he does.
To be fair, I had this. So, I was going to have this huge, giant thing planned out the day that I was going to do it. So, I was going to ask her on this bridge, right? But the day of, it was super windy. Like, insane.
Oh, gosh. I thought you were going to say something like the bridge collapsed or something.
Hey,
I was thinking this was
come
really
with
bad.
me to this bridge. Come on.
No, but we were walking on this bridge, and it was like 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts.
Oh, my God.
So I saw myself, will you? There goes the ring in the Missouri River.
Are you serious?
No, it didn't.
No, he was envisioning.
That's what I saw
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
So I go, I can't ask her right now with 60, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. So, but I had to do it that day. So it was like we were just at the house, and I'm like, listen, my plans today got ruined, but I'm doing this anyways.
Did you get down on your knees?
I did.
There you go.
Did you get on your knee, Hilly?
My plan was
We were sitting
ruined.
on the sofa together, I think. That was it.
I'll tell you another thing that was ruined for me. It was a Christmas gift that I got my wife one time. So I got her it's a Miller. If you know what that is, like it actually you can get
the beer
berries. No, not Miller Light.
Hey, honey, I got you a six-pack.
This proposal's getting better by the second.
Hey, I got you a 6-pack, baby.
Sorry, it wasn't a 12-pack. Times are tough right now.
No. I'm talking about okay, not that.
Miller. Okay, explain to us what Miller is.
You know what like wheat berries are or like grain? It's like it grinds, it turns it into powder, wheat powder, so you can make bread. And
Okay.
stuff.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's a mill.
I've never heard. Oh, a mill.
A mill. Yes.
They use in a mill.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
got
mill.
it.
It's basically like an automatic mill thing. It's real cool. It's like wood and all this. Anyway.
Oh, cool.
I got her this because she wanted to make her own bread and stuff like that.
You just wanted her to cook for you.
Yeah, maybe. But no, I wanted to get her a real nice thing so she could make her own bread. She's real into that kind of stuff, homemade stuff. And I got this thing, and it, for around Christmas time, you think when you get packages delivered to your house, it's going to be like concealed. No, the box, and it had all this imagery and all this stuff. And I'm like, she's the one that answered the door and got the thing. She knew what her Christmas gift was.
But did she know it was for her?
Yeah, 100% she knew what it was for her.
Well, it could have been for you. Could have been something you ordered for yourself.
No, listen.
How many small children want a mill, Hilly?
Listen, I am not a cook by any means of the imagination. My wife knew this wasn't mine. You know what I mean?
Maybe it was a mistake.
God.
Maybe it belonged to the neighbors instead.
I'm talking about a surprise ruin. So if you're ordering anything around Christmas time, make sure the package is at least concealed.
I will tell you.
The husband's coworkers, they'll have packages delivered to our house, for their kids, because I guess their kids are nosy. And he'll take them to work then and hand it to them so they don't have the kids accidentally, I guess, opening the door and seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
So I'll get all jazzed. I'm like, sweet, Amazon's here. Run to the door and open it. I'm like, oh, man, it's not for us.
Yeah, that's the worst. When it's not.
Worst.
Okay, I will tell you, here's a trick I've done with with wrapping a package.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're giving something small. And it doesn't mean it's a small value, but it might be a very valuable gift card. It might be just a small. I don't like to just give something in a small. So what I will do is I'll wrap it up. I'll put some paper around it. I'll get a big box and I'll weigh it down with other things, paper and whatnot.
Yeah.
And there have been times where I've given, like I said, I gave her this thing for pain once. It's like a pain patch type thing, which I know doesn't sound very romantic, but it's something practical that she needed.
No, hey, we got those at home.
Right.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And so I put it in there and I wrap it, and it was just this big box like this, and it's fairly heavy. She goes, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" And open it and just keep opening it, go through the paper and everything. Oh, but that's how you deceive, because otherwise, they might guess what it is.
Okay, so when I get a gift from Hilly, I tell you what, I get giddy because now I've discovered that there's something you need to look for. Hilly, like a lot of families, like to recycle gift bags. Nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
Except Hilly. The Hilly family will write on the side, to Dad, Merry Christmas.
Over and
over again. It's almost like a Where's Waldo? Where is the writing in the busy bag? It's my favorite game ever.
We'll see it. Okay, let's cover it up with a bow over here, and then I'll write to John. Okay, there's my son. So, okay, and then she got it, and I think it had like 2 names on it.
Yeah, it did.
One said Mom, and one said...
One I think was for your daughter, Nicole.
So it said Nicole. The other side said Mom. Yeah, you can tell when the bags have been used a little bit. Yeah, we got a lot of of gift bags at our house.
The design of the bag is just names all over it. You're like, hey.
Oh my God. Well, we'd love to know what have you done for your spouse, your significant other, him or her, and what have they done for you? Perhaps you want to share a story or two. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, absolutely. You can always send us an email, catcountry@mailzimmer.com, and let us know. I mean, we're kind of sitting here and teasing and joking about it, but in all seriousness, the husband, when he does put his mind to it, he does a great job. Yeah. I mean, Hilly saw the flowers he sent me for Valentine's Day.
Unbelievably beautiful.
I was like, holy cow.
All 3 of us are blessed to be married to really great people. Yeah. And a joy to give things to.
Yes.
And to receive from. So thanks for joining us for this edition of the Cat Country KATcast.